Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're just going to jump into the March 2026 planner kit lineup because I don't know what else to say other than February went by way too quickly. So now it's March and there's not going to be a ton going on in March. I should probably start putting some things on the calendar because I need some room for fun there besides just work. But yeah, let's just jump into it. So I have a monthly kit and then like 5 weeks worth of weekly kits because I figured I would show Easter week in here because why not? So starting off with my monthly kit, after trying out 2 months worth of Caress Press monthly kits, I decided I'm just going to continue with that because I'm enjoying it and it gives me a chance to use some more clip art that I haven't used yet. Basically, I've run out of monthly kits that I like from pretty much any other shop that offers them. So I've done Planner Pixie Co. I used to do Itty Bitty Sticker Co., but she's closed now. Who else have I tried? Bella Planella, but I've kind of used the ones from her shop that I like. And then I know OK Plans does this style of monthly kit as well with clip art. So those are the people, OK Plans I've not shopped with. Anyway, I'm going off on a super tangent, sorry. Caress Press just has like the most variety. Like she keeps old versions of these in the shop and then is still accessible to me because she's in Arizona, I'm in California. So things get to me pretty quickly. So we're going to stick with that shop for monthly kits for a little bit. Doesn't mean I'm never going to change my mind again, but this is the most reliable version of this that I can find right now. I think this is an old format because I've noticed in newer formats she got rid of the extra full boxes, which I do kind of like these full boxes. So I can still get old versions of these kits though, so that's fine. So I've got Deco, date dots and full boxes, and this is Dream Plan Do. I totally forgot to say that. And this is on glossy paper without the extra add-ons. So this is designated as a March monthly kit. I got it undated just in case I didn't want to use it in March, but I do agree that this fits March pretty well, especially if you don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which I don't. I don't have anything against it, just to be clear. However, I don't do anything for it. So I don't love that like almost every March monthly kit is St. Patrick's Day themed because it gives me no options. So I like having this option. And it's still, you know, kind of March-ish, but just a lot more neutral in my opinion. So that's the monthly kit. Excited to use that. I'll probably have to start March monthly on a Sunday, unlike what I normally do, which is start it on a Monday, just because there are so many days in March and the month starts on a Sunday. So I'm gonna have to go against my own grain with that one. So then let's get into the weekly kits. So March weekly kits were really hard for me to pick. So it's a combination of, I don't know what's really going on. Technically, I have 2 different spring breaks this month. Like both colleges I teach at go on spring break. They don't go on spring break the same week. That's super annoying. It's college. I don't know why it's like this, but I don't control any of that. So one of the colleges goes on break like in the middle of March and one doesn't go on break until the week of Easter, which is funny because they started a week earlier than the other district and they get their spring breaks. They get their spring break like 2 weeks later. So they're going to be, I'm going to say they're going to be pretty burnt out by the time we get to spring break. So that'll be fun. But anyway, all of that ranting to say that for the week of March 2nd through the 8th, I'm going to use a printable from Pink Planner Shop. So any errors in cutting or printing are on me. This is Bear Cafe. I thought this would be a very cute transition from February to March. So it's got pink, but then like browns and a little bit of green. And I just thought this was cute for like late winter, early spring. Here in Central California, it's starting to look a little bit like spring. We just had a big winter storm here in February. Not nearly as bad as the East Coast though. Sorry y'all for your historic blizzard out there. My thoughts are with you. But it was a big winter storm for us in the middle of February. So, and it's been super gloomy here since like November. So even if it wasn't storming, it's been a little cold and quite gray. So I am looking forward to spring. Some trees are already like budding and starting their leaves and all of that, and birds have been coming through. This time of year is really fun in the area where I live because you see birds that like you've never seen before because they're migrating through. So that's fun. So that's what I'll use for that week because I don't have anything going on that week other than work and meetings and stuff like that. So that I think is where that is going to stay. And then for the next week, honestly, all of these kits might get moved around. I do this some months. I'm annoying. These might just get moved around depending on like what the vibe is that week. So for March 9th through the 15th, I have leftovers from a couple of different Cinderella paper kits. I used this one a couple of years ago during arguably one of the worst weeks of my life when Clover my cat was super sick and it was raining. And I was trying to take her to the vet, and I almost ended up late for her appointment because the train came through and blocked me off from crossing the tracks. And then I made a last-minute trip to Colorado. Anyway, if you were there, you know all this. So sorry, kind of trauma dumping. So I'm like, why would I ever use these leftovers when this was for a terrible week? But this is Sunshine and Rain from Cinderella Paper. I know Bunny Bear Plans picked up this art recently, and it is really adorable art. It's got like these cute little art of two cats like snuggled together under a blanket, which is the other reason that I used it for that week because it was like a very cat-centric week and it was a very rainy week. So I don't know. I literally have like 2 full box options left over from this. So I don't know why I'm holding on to this. I think Pink Planner Shop might have the printable version of this too. So I could buy that and just print more full boxes and then use it with these leftovers. So that's one option. If it doesn't rain that week, I definitely won't use this. Another similarly color-coded kit, also from Cinderella Paper, is Stargazing. And I don't know why I pulled this other than it's in my collection still and I have a ton of full box options left. And it's cute. I really love this art. So, but I have no reason to use it this week. This is a very appointment and meeting heavy week, and I'm going to be finishing up an online course that I'm taking to get certified to teach college online. So it's going to be a very work heavy week in the lead up to one college's spring break. This is really pretty though. Honestly, I could combine all of this because it's basically all the same color scheme. It's just some of the full boxes are indoors and some of them are outdoors. So that's kind of a fun idea, actually. And they're both by Clip Art Kits, the art. So like it would all coalesce, if we can use that word for that, if that makes sense. But I have enough of these full boxes from Stargazing itself that it would work. But that could be kind of fun to like just combine all of this different art from the same artist, but in different settings, and it's similar color schemes. I don't know. Did I already flip through all of this? I actually can't remember. I think I did. So yeah, I don't know. I might switch something else out here. I don't really have any other ideas. I was just kind of pulling from like whatever's in my collection at this point that needs to be used. But if something else happens this week, which I don't know, I highly doubt it will, but if something else happens this week and like I want to buy another kit or get a different printable, then I'll do that. Then the week of March 16th through the 22nd is technically spring break at one of the colleges where I teach, but that class only meets one day out of the week. So really that doesn't give me much of a break. Spring begins that week though. So I thought I'd bring in some leftovers. Again, these are more Cinderella Paper leftovers. This is a super old format because I bought this forever ago. It's even on different paper. And I used this kit originally when we went to New Zealand, like over a year ago. But I still have plenty of leftover full boxes because what I did was buy like her ultimate kit, and then I bought a mini kit as well because I wanted to have as many full boxes available as possible for an important travel week. So I've got lots of options still left. So this is Fellowship. This is Lord of the Rings themed. My husband said he finally got his hands on a box set of Lord of the Rings Blu-ray, I think. I already had the whole trilogy, the Peter Jackson trilogy, on DVD, but now those aren't working with we play DVDs on our PS5. So yeah, I think he got his hands on that. I don't know when it's going to arrive. I'm assuming when it arrives, we're going to want to watch it. So even though we literally just went and saw The Fellowship of the Ring in theaters in January, but like it'll be a couple months later, you know, like, and honestly, these movies are a lot easier to watch at home than in theaters because you have the ability to take breaks and all of that. So yeah, I love this art. Honestly, I should figure out if there's a printable available because I could see myself using this at least like once a year. I've already used this art like twice over the last few years that it's been out. So yes. I don't have any washi, so I'll probably pull in, this one's an easy one to pull in washi for, at least from my collection. So let's see. This is what I'm envisioning. I do have this like solid green washi that would go very easily with that. So I think that would make the most sense. But yeah, sometimes I forget that I don't have extra washi available. I have no little things. That'll be fun. Anyway, so we're gonna do that. And then I have my Plannahannah, I forget what this sheet is called. I don't know if she calls it rings or something. I don't know. But I have my little icons to like do little corners on some of the boxes. And then I was just flipping through my foil collection and found all these Taylor Swift quotes that in gold that like I haven't had the chance to use because like who wants to plan to have like a bad week? And a lot of these quotes are kind of like negative. But I was looking at it and I kind of laughed because I feel like a lot of these are like Lord of the Rings-ish. Like I forgot you existed. I don't know who that would apply to. Should have said no, which is what Frodo is definitely thinking like several times throughout the whole trilogy of like, why did I have to do this? I should have stayed home, you know? It's too late to catch me now. I don't know, that just feels very dramatic and Lord of the Rings-ish. Remembering comes in flashbacks and echoes honestly sounds like something an elf would say, or Gandalf. I don't even know what song this is from. It says, I'm a mess, but I'm the mess that you wanted. It's probably a Reputation song that I don't know because that's my least listened to album, but let me know. And then this is why we can't have nice things, which is Pippin to a fault. If you know, you know. So I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of funny because I have these. These are super old. These are at least 3 or 4 years old at this point. And I don't know. I don't know when else I would use them. So just put them over Lord of the Rings. Just be kind of dramatic and funny. I don't know. Just a thought. Let me know what you think. So that's for March 16th. And then March 23rd through the 29th, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm hoping in March we can start like hiking again. Like the weather will be nice enough that it'll feel comfy to do that. So I have this kit called Mindful from Sadie Stickers. Not a type of kit that I normally buy. I usually get the free kit option when I buy my planner for the year. But I don't generally use Sadie Stickers kits. It's just not my style. They're beautiful, but they don't work with the way that I tend to decorate my planner. I love my planner from her though. She's cool and I like the designs that she has for the planner. But anyway, I don't know, this just felt March-ish to me. And this will be the week before I go on spring break, or not really I go on spring break, the week before I have spring break for my other college. So I'll probably just kind of be nose to the grindstone. So that means I can use a kit like this because these types of kits, I can't mark like a lot of little things. So yeah, it's better to use it on a week where I'm like busy with work because I'm not going to mark as many small things. But this is really, really pretty. It's just not really usually my planning style, but I thought it could work for March. What else was I going to say about this? Yeah, I don't know. It's just a pretty kit and it's green, which speaks March to me. And then kind of continuing on my silly quote journey for pop culture and planner kits, I have these really old quotes from Simply a Mess that were for Parks and Recreation. And I feel like I end up doing like a Parks and Recreation rewatch in the springtime. Not really sure why, but these are also in silver. And I just thought they'd be kind of funny. Like this beautiful scene and then just put over it beautiful, talented, brilliant, powerful muskox. Like that'd be funny, right? Sure, I don't know. I'm in a strange sense of humor mood, so I guess that's what we're doing. I hate talking to people about things. Yeah, me too, girl. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's what I got right now for March 23rd. And then for March 30th through April, whatever that day is, the 5th, that's Easter. And I thought I would just include this in this video because my April kit lineup's still gonna have like 4 kits anyway. So might as well just throw this in here. So this is also a printable. So again, any cutting, printing errors are on me. I am a novice. This is Bunny Party. This is a new kit from Leonard Designs this year with more art from clip art kits. The Fellowship art's by Kit Jess, by the way. And then I don't know who did the Sadie Stickers art. Yeah, this is a Peter Rabbit Easter theme. It could also work for like a kid's birthday party or a baby shower or something. That would be cute. But yeah, I was kind of raised on Beatrix Potter, so I wanted to use it. And I don't have a baby, and I don't have a little kid's birthday party coming up. So, and also there's an Easter box in here too. So I was just like, I'll use it for Easter. So I really, really love this. There's still other Easter art that like I've never used that I want to use. I feel like Kit Jess usually does at least one Easter set. Not every year, but like every other year. And there's some that I've missed from her as well. But yeah, I printed, I think the first 8 sheets. I didn't print any of the add-ons or anything of this. Yeah, I love Easter. It's like probably one of my preferred holidays. Like I only ever use like one Easter kit a year though, which is funny because I use like so many Christmas kits and like I complain about Christmas every year. But for Easter, I don't. Maybe that's what I should do in these months where I'm like, I don't know what to do for kits. I should just do like, well, I couldn't do a month of Easter in March. Sorry, there's a cat hair stuck to this. I couldn't do a month of Easter in March because like Easter's in April this year. And then when Easter's in April, it competes with my cat Clover's birthday. So anyway, that's what I've got so far. Bunny Party by Leonard Designs. So that's for March 30th. Going back through the kits now, for March 23rd, we've got Mindful by Sadie Stickers. For March 16th, we've got, Fellowship by Cinderella Paper, along with little bits of gold foil where I'm trying to be funny from Plannahannah. For the week of March 9th, we have no idea what we're doing, but it might be something in the yellow and blue range from Cinderella Paper, some sort of clip art kits art, or it might be something entirely different, who knows. And then for March 2nd, March 2nd, we've got Bear Cafe by Pink Planner Shop. And then at the very beginning of the month, we are using Dream Plan Do, the monthly kit version from Caress Press. So that's what I've got. Those are my ideas so far. I hope you enjoyed seeing them. Let me know what you are using for March because I don't know what's going on. I need ideas. I'm feeling uninspired right now. So let me know what you're using in March. Maybe that'll help me out. But again, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.